Hi everyone! Today we're going to take a peaceful walk through one of our larger cemeteries on the Fort Drum Army installation. We have 13 cemeteries, and one of the cemeteries is Gates Cemetery, the one you see today. Gates Cemetery was part of the village of Sterlingville, New York, one of the 5 lost villages on the U.S. Army installation of Fort Drum, New York. Gates was abandoned in 1941 when the government purchased it through eminent domain. With the outbreak of World War II, the area known as Pine Camp was selected for a major expansion, and the government purchased 75,000 additional acres through eminent domain. And with that purchase, 525 local families were displaced, 5 entire villages were eliminated, Sterlingville among them, and others were reduced in size. By Labor Day 1941, the land had been taken over by the government and villages abandoned like Sterlingville. I was asked in the last video, why do I cover the cemeteries and the villages? I cover them for a number of reasons. One, we're in the novel coronavirus pandemic. A lot of folks aren't comfortable being out and about. 2, some of our cemeteries you can't get to on a normal basis. They're only open on Memorial Day and potentially Labor Day each year, which is a very small window for families looking to go to these cemeteries, or a genealogist looking to walk out in the cemeteries with us. But most importantly for me as a historian, as an archaeologist, the cemeteries are a lot of things for us. Cemeteries are certainly the final resting places for earthly remains. And throughout our history, they've been places to gather, places to have a Sunday picnic, places to worship, places of ceremony, places of mourning, manifestations of grief, places of superstition, places of legend, places of myth, and places of memory. As a historian, they're also, like books, they're our first resource to go to look for information on families, to confirm dates. After all, if it's written in stone, we probably can take it at face value. The Gates Cemetery is believed to come from the Gates Farm, which was adjacent to this property. It's unsure when they signed it over as a proper cemetery. You'll see you'll see markers around the cemetery, marble or granite and bronze plaques, like on the veterans marker we just passed. You'll also see them on William Anderson's grave, and James Sterling's grave also has one in this cemetery. Other cemeteries have these markers as well. Every veterans marker on our Fort Drum cemeteries has the stone you see to the right of William Anderson's grave here. We did that for a few reasons. One, we were, through time, maintenance, and potentially theft, we were losing our Legion markers that hold flags on these cemeteries and denote services or medals. You can see one here on Castler's stone is still standing, and we've left the ones that have continued to be left there. But in particular, our legions were having trouble continually funding these flag holders. So in, what year was that? They all blend together. I believe in 2010, the Fort Drum Cultural Resources Program won first place in the Army Community of Excellence competition for cultural resources on military installations. With that came a monetary award. And as a team, Dr. Rush and her team decided to use that prize money as a way to give back to the community. And those markers and plaques were our way to give back. So you'll see them at all of our cemeteries. I don't believe we have any cemetery on the installation that doesn't have these, except for maybe the POW cemetery. Cemeteries mark great places to become a storyteller. A number of people interred in this cemetery have amazing stories that should be recorded throughout history. And that's just a teaser I'm going to leave you with, because those will be upcoming videos. As always, if I've gone too fast past your stone that you are interested in, please see the entire records for this cemetery on fortdrum.isportsman.net, and I'll tag that below. There you'll find an entire searchable PDF file of the entirety of this cemetery, including pictures and inscriptions, dates, and whether adjacent stones are believed to be related to it. Thanks for joining us today. Comment, like below, and I'm supposed to say hit that subscribe button. Have a good day, everyone.